What's up, people? Oh, uh, make sure I didn't unplug my power cord. What's up, Eddie, Hoyt, Bill? Oh, end of the year. I didn't do nothing this past weekend. It rained here. Was planning on doing something local, but it never panned out. Uh, so we pretty much just chilled. They had a race up in New York, I think, and I don't know who won. But the what's up, Lincoln? Silver Dragon. The I, I was getting with Richard and stuff, and we were trying to plan it out for next year. And um, what's up, Dan? Plan out for next year, and man, we went. I was starting to go over what all we did this year, and man, we started out. We started out at the beginning of the just like we normally always do. Last couple of years, we started the no trailer stuff, and then it flew. Uh, then it went into Texas 2K, which is that's the start of that's the start of small tire and that's the start of small tire and no trailer. That's the end of no trailer, start of small tire, and we got let's see here. I think I got some pictures here. Yeah, there's one up there. That's how crazy it is. Broad daylight, Texas 2K. You don't know how we roll. What's up, Aaron? Then we went into full on mid season. We're pretty much either at Hartshorn, uh, uh, Wagner. They were doing the street legal stuff. Then we went to some other stuff, and man, it was. Then we went to started doing the track stuff. We went to Edinburgh several times for the top end of the stuff. We went to Flashlight Start there towards the end of summer, maybe spring, I think. Um, let's see here. Then we went uh, end of that into man. Here we are again, already back to no trailer. Let's see here. I'd like to bring on a good friend of mine, and he's pretty too. So let me just say that he's pretty. He he has some toys coming out too. That's what I didn't do. Oh, the oh boy. Later. So he we did an event, Flashlight Start. I'll show you here. One street or anything, but yeah, it's street simulated like we did at the street. So, but it was a pretty fun event. Richard and 660 Street was there. That's the big tire captain right there. Uh, we kind of moved the start line up, and uh, sponsored by Trick Turbo. That's what it says in the header, don't it? So, let me get back here to that. So we did that, and it turned out to be a pretty good event. I'll let this man right here, as I call him, Pretty Lips here.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, Pretty Lips?
Oh man, sitting on the couch.
It might be. I guess it's just a Wichita Falls thing because I think you and Greg and Kyle all have the same type of lips.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the same couch, and I'm gonna say, yeah, it's the same couch.
Well, we already know it's the casting couch. Oh, so how's this past year treat you?
It treated me very, very well. I did a lot of track stuff. Did some street stuff. I wanted to do more street stuff, but I work at a track here in Wichita Falls too, so I'm kind of stuck some weekends, and so I can't really go out of town. So I got to do that. So I had to kind of pick and choose my battles. But yeah, I mean, looking back at it, I mean, starting at TX2K, dude, it just started. I mean, from then on, it's just a blur. I mean, of every weekend, for the most part, going somewhere, doing track stuff. You know, I work at the track here, and then of course, video I announce at the same time usually, and then get a call about something out of town and go up to Oklahoma City or go up to Kansas City or go up to, go down to Houston, to San Antonio. I'm just sitting here and, I'm looking at the calendar and I'm just like, man, it's about time to just do it all again.
I know. And it just seemed like it went by so fast. I mean, literally like fast, like really fast. And
it does.
You're like, you blink. It's like everybody specifies Christmas. Like it's going to be here before you know it. And you're like, no, it ain't.
Yeah.
But it is.
Oh. Yeah. It's one of those things, man, like every year you look at it and you're like, man, it was busy last year. And then you go the next year, it's like, man, it's going to be another busy year. But then it just, by the time you think of you're going to be busy, it's already over. It's crazy.
Yeah. Cause we start and end each year with no trailer. Cause that's our busy season. Well, it's the colder time of the year and people aren't out in the mornings when it's, it's 30, 20, degrees outside. So we can pretty much get away with anything pretty much. And, but this year it ain't really been that cold. I mean, it's been kind of foggy and breezy and stuff. It ain't really been really, really cold.
Yeah, it was pretty foggy the other weekend. It was really foggy that Saturday night. And then I saw you guys were racing Sunday morning and I was like, man, that's pretty commendable because it was really foggy. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, we when I got up, the wife, I had some guys stay the night here, and we got up, and she said that she was going to make breakfast for everybody. She made breakfast tacos, and she got up and went to Walmart, and then came back, and she was gone for like an hour, and she was like, she goes, it's really foggy out there. I'm like, oh. So I walked outside, and it was like really foggy, and I was like, man. But it wasn't really a wet fog. It was just, I mean, it was a dense fog. I mean, no moisture on the windshield.
Yeah, it was really weird. And man, props to those guys that went out and knocked it out, dude. Because I mean, it's just crazy, like the LSX Unlimited guys and all those other guys. It's just like these vehicles are not making 300-400 horsepower. They're making a shit ton of horsepower, and they're going and just driving around miles and miles. I think it was like what total miles, like 40 or 50 or something like that.
A couple guys didn't even. There's one guy that drove all the way from Austin all the way up here.
Jesus, was it that Domino's truck?
No, okay. No. The Vet, I think it's a Pro Charge Vet or a Turbo Vet or something. I think it's Pro Charge. But
wow.
And then Derek, Liam Nissan, He
Yeah.
he lives an hour west of me, and he drove. We met up Saturday night, and he drove, and he said, "Man, my wife's car's on the trailer. I didn't want to take it off, so blah blah." And I'm like, so he drove here, and then he goes, "I don't want to drive all the way home," so I think they went and worked on Joe's truck all night, and then he drove from there and met at the meet spot, and then from the meet spot to the actual race spot was 33 miles, I think, 33 or 34 miles
Yeah.
one way.
So some of these guys drove, you know.
I mean, they were literally driving it. Yeah, they were literally driving it. And they better be glad it finished there, because I'd hate to tell them where we were going to go back if we had to move from there.
I've been with those nights where it's just like, well, we're right here on the map, but we're gonna go way the hell over there.
We're gonna go an inch this way, but an inch is 30 miles.
Yeah, just to get it knocked out. Yeah.
Well, I remember you and Chris driving up to Tulsa, and y'all got there semifinal or something.
Yeah, he was late.
Y'all like rode in and we're like, "Who's this?" And y'all was like, "Man," but y'all dedicated too.
We actually were having a race that night, and we got done with the race at like midnight ish, and we're like, it might have been 11 o'clock. Yeah, it was 11 o'clock ish, because we rolled up on y'all at like 1:45, and we're like we looked at the live feed and we're like, shit, you want to go to Tulsa? And Tulsa for us is about a 3-hour drive. So we're like, you want to go to Tulsa? And we looked at him, and I was like, a couple other guys were like, hell yeah. They've never been to a street race. So we're like, well, I said, I got my camera on me. I said, my batteries are good enough to charge, or they're good enough charged. I said, let's go. And so we hopped in the truck and hauled ass up there. And I think I ended up filming, might have been like 5 races, but man, it was worth it. So
they've never been to a street race. They probably didn't see much because it was dark as hell out there.
That road is that road is dark. It is dark.
It don't matter that it's blacktop, but it's dark as it is, and the blacktop doesn't help.
No, I remember when Chase K, he popped his street racing cherry out there, and he only had one headlight because the car had wrecked earlier in the year doing a no prep, and he had one headlight on, and he hit that curve, and man, he almost spun out, dude. He was like, dude, he said, I didn't even see that curve coming. I said, you only got one damn headlight. You couldn't see shit coming. Anyways. I was like, you crazy bastard. I don't know. That road is definitely something else,
Yeah. So what's coming up for you next year?
I always have the internal debate if I want to go to TX2K or not. I always say, man, I'm not going this year. I'm not doing this. I'm not going to deal with all the cops and all the people. And then as I'm driving down to TX2K, I'm like, shit, I don't think I was going to go, but I end up always going. So that might be one of the first things. Maybe catch one of these no trailer races beforehand, because, I mean, that's in March, so we got all of January and February. So that's what I want to check one of those out. And then from there, we're kind of building our track schedule and stuff like that. So I kind of have to pick my battles where I want to go out of town. I saw, the Bulldog Bite Series is out. So I definitely want to catch one of those again. I saw a couple of them. The street legal races, I'm going to try to hit up as many as I can. And I don't know, try to wear myself thin, hopefully head up to Kansas City again. I love going up there, man. The roads are cool. The people are cool. And I kind of want to go out to the West Coast this year.
That's bucket list for me.
List. Check out Compton.
And I want to go to Philly and New York.
Yeah, definitely, man. When I went up to World Cup finals, I talked to a bunch of those guys from up there, and they said, yeah, come on and check it out whenever. I'm like, I just remember street racing videos from way back of them blocking off the roads.
Small block, was it Moloch PD and
The .NET boys.
.NET boys, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And Dre doing a big old wheelie.
I mean, that's a freaking. I mean, if people haven't seen that yet, go check out. Type in .NET boys on YouTube. I'm sure it's there where they do that. Where that G body does that big ass wheelie, and I don't know, it's crazy. I was thinking about it before I got on here, but where I first got like a little taste of a little bit of the street racing stuff. It wasn't really street racing yet, but it was like one of the first deals I went to was the Slow Car Cash Days deals, and they had up in Vernon.
Vernon, yeah.
Yeah. So it's crazy just to think how number one how far it's gone, and number two how fast everything's gotten.
Yeah.
So it's awesome. But yeah, I definitely want to go up to New York and check that stuff out. I don't know. I think it's kind of hard to just come in on a weekend and be like, all right, I want to go check out some badass street racing. I know it's really hit or miss up there. That's why a lot of those guys want to come down here, to the Texas area, or Oklahoma City area, because there's, obviously stuff going on every weekend, if you really want it. So,
yeah. So, you getting new sponsors up there at PRI and stuff?
I talked to a couple different people. I talked to Red Horse Performance, and they do a lot of AN fittings and all kinds of stuff like that. And hopefully, I think they're going to be on board this year. And I talked to a couple other people, just kind of working it out. A lot of people are figuring out their their budgets and everything for the first of the year. So I've had Motion Raceworks for a long time. Doug at Motion, they're badass. Derek at 1320 Wheels, also badass people, and then Allison at Dynacom. So they've been helping me out for a while. So I appreciate them. But yeah, I mean it's awesome to see everybody gearing up this year, and obviously, I mean, you've been killing it all year too. I mean, just seeing how far the page has come, how far Richard's page has come. I mean, it's awesome to see the progress of it, And I know I'm not all 100% street, I know that, but I'm 100% in this game of drag racing. I love it. I breathe it. I work daytime as a parts guy, but I mean, my passion is just with racing in general, and I want to keep it going no matter where it's at. So I don't care if it's on the street or if it's at the track. I just want to keep it going because I love it. I love it. And I hate seeing people, they're just talking about, it's bad for them, bad for this and bad for that. And I'm just like, man, I was like, I can't listen to that shit because it just doesn't vibe with me. It doesn't go with how I feel. And so I can't listen to, like people that say drag racing stupid. And, I'm like, dude, have you ever done it? Have you ever gotten in a car? I've never been in a fast car, but I've been in a pretty quick-ish car, and it was fun. I can't imagine some of these guys getting down the street making low 5-second passes on the street. That shit's wild to me, but I can't do it, so I'm at least record it.
Well, you got a couple hot rods coming out too, don't you?
Yeah, I got a couple. I've been working on. I've got a 280Z with a LS turbo setup, and I've been working on that. And my little S10, I've had that for a number of years, and I went and actually raced it at one of your races, or one of you and Richard's races, and it did okay. So I can't complain. It's fun to kind of set the camera down too and go race.
Yeah, so we're gonna be doing that this year on this end.
How's your car going, by the way?
I'm gonna be selling everything, going totally different direction. So.
Oh, LS swap time?
Nope. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Gonna be dark side.
Uh-oh. A little spinny boy action?
Maybe. Probably. More than likely.
There's one right by your head, so I kind of see you going that way. Uh-oh. It's going to get you.
So, what else you got?
Right now, enjoying a little time off, very little. I've got gigs and gigs of stuff that I need to be editing, but you know how that goes. So
yeah,
I went to at the end, well, towards the end of the race season here, I went to a bunch of events after each other. So it kind of just like piled up. And so I picked some, the races that I liked out of it. But now I can go through and comb through the rest of them and see what other content I can dig out of it. But that's about it for this year. I mean, we got, till tomorrow night, till the end of this year. But I mean, 2020 is just going to be insane. Last year was a ton of races, and I just hope everybody gets along this year as far as putting badass races together and not try to book on each other, because that's the only problem.
That's going to happen.
Yeah. I know.
I've been saying it for a couple of years now. I mean, there's some kind of race everywhere, every weekend, and just if there's a race that's 400 or 500 miles apart, it's 400 or 500 miles apart.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, for sure.
But it is what it is. If I have an event, it's like I've said before. I don't really pay attention to the no prep stuff.
Yeah,
never have really. But if I'm going to have an event on the street, I'm not going to go look and see who's doing what. I mean, if people want a street race, they want to come to my event or our event or whoever's event, they're going to do it. If they don't, they're going to do that. I ain't going to beg people to street race.
Right.
I've never been that type of guy. So
yeah,
but it is what it is.
Right.
Yeah. But are we going to be doing another deal up there?
We need to talk about it before you get booked for the year. There's only 52 weeks in a year, and you probably got half of them booked already.
I've got one. I got to be in Arizona next month or February. I know Joe's deal up in Iowa. Was it the first weekend or the last weekend in May? I got it on my calendar over here.
Yeah.
The benefit race for Joe.
That's up in is it Iowa?
That's I-29 dragway, I think. Hopefully it's not underwater.
Yeah.
And then I'm not confirming or denying Texas 2K this year. And just street stuff too. Might be. Yeah. I don't know if Albert and we're gonna be going back down there for Albert and them or not down in Edinburgh, but that's pretty fun little event down there on top of the track that they did.
They just had an event here a couple weekends ago, I believe.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun down there.
Yeah.
I think this guy's on here. Well, something must be wrong. He must be lost. That guy's on here. Big time guy right there.
Who, Mr. Peso?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big time dude.
Yeah, he must be. Somebody must have linked him over here. He clicked it by accident or something.
Right.
Oh. But yeah, we'll get together. We'll do another one or two or whatever.
Yeah, man. It was fun, man. It was.
I know you were sweating bullets when nobody was showing up.
Dude, I had about a half-ass anxiety attack when I was sitting up in the tower and I'm looking around. I'm like, I'm gonna have to refund his money, all the monies, and send them on their way, because we got like 4 cars here. And then everybody all of a sudden, started hauling ass in there, and I was just like, man, hopefully this will be a decent event. And luckily it came to be a pretty awesome event. So
yeah, for a little short notice that we did, I mean, it turned out pretty good.
I agree. It was awesome, and I think we can do it again. And we just have to line up our days and see what the calendar's like.
Yeah. Well, I know every time I drive through, every time I head in the lot and to pick up cars, I always shoot you a little message like, whatever. I'm going to Oklahoma City tomorrow, so I'll still shoot you a message just in case.
I mean, I might see that. I might see the good morning hauling ass through Facebook message, or hauling ass through Wichita Falls on Facebook message. Hey, I don't mind living here, but I wouldn't stop here either.
Man, I go straight through, and man, DOT is pretty bad through there, so I try to get through there as fast as I can.
Hell yeah, I understand. But yeah,
Well, appreciate you coming on, and we'll see you next year.
all right, Limpy. Have everybody. Hope everybody has a very awesome New Year's. Stay safe. Watch out for them. Watch out for them newbies out there. And thank you, Limpy. I'll see you soon, brother.
Later, bro.
All right, man.
That's NX Gonzo right there. People, y'all need to you can go like his page. He's a social media. Was it? I don't know what you call it. He's on like he's got all of them. He's got all of them. Snapchat, the Instagram, the Facebook, the probably the Twitter. He's got everything. I mean, he does. He's got everything. I mean, they're like he got like this mount on his camera. He got like all kinds of stuff on it. Each one going to each social media thing. But we get and throughout this year, well, earlier this year, we met up with a young man who who came to us for some advice and stuff, and said he was going to get his guys together and we're going to start doing it. And that was last year, and this year it's picked up, and he's come to plenty of our events this year. We went to a couple of his events, and it turned out he's got a good head on his shoulders. He's innovated some stuff in the in his region, and it's kind of picked up. People have seen how he's doing things, and he's 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 listened to some advice from us, and we kind of educated him and schooled him to do some things. Because we've been I personally have been doing this stuff for a long time. Just say that. And I foreseen a long time ago that what we do is illegal, but there's a safer way to do it. You know, have people watching your back, having people making sure there's nobody coming on to you, no head-on traffic, no innocent bystanders. I mean, you can be safe when you're doing this stuff. You got to have a good head on your shoulders, and you're doing everything. Uh, and we've evolved all through the years and years and decades of doing stuff. I've been doing this, and I'm still learning. To this day, I'm still learning different stuff. Um, so we'll just leave it at that. We'll go ahead and bring what's a good name for him. I don't know. We'll just Matty Fresh, people. Matty Fresh here.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Oh, man. Another day in paradise, man. Just living the life.
So pretty good year this year, huh?
Yeah, man. It really was. I mean, a lot of people don't know, but over the last couple of years, man, I've been trying to get these guys together and do some really cool stuff. And, we wanted to do more street racing, and it's just went beyond what I thought it would. I mean, got you guys to thank for a lot of that. I mean, meeting you guys helped us out a bunch. And, I knew when we came up to Kansas City last year that, that was where we needed to be. We needed to be with that group. And I appreciate all the doors you guys have opened for us this year. I mean, it's been an awesome year. So,
and you came up with, you started doing the Sunday services there, and I've seen that it's picked up now in that area.
yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, especially when you've only got one or two spots in that area. So probably not really a good thing. But anyway, You got big tires and small tire groups. I mean, we have hardly any big tire stuff here, so I mean, they're all chasing that money, which I don't blame them. If I could afford it, I'd be chasing that money too, the TV money. But uh, you did have a Sunday service big tire race there not too long ago, and turned out to be pretty good.
It was, man. Um, the first one that I did was big tire. I wanted to kind of challenge myself and just kind of test the water the best way I could. So I got a good group of big tire guys together, man. There's a lot of them around this area, in Arkansas and Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi, all in this tri-state area. There's a lot of big tire guys that are just, we're wanting to do some street racing, but didn't have anywhere to really go a lot. And so I reached out to, a few of those guys and, of course, the ones that are in our group. And I think we had 12 cars, and kept everything under the radar. With it being the first one, I didn't want it getting out. I just wanted to try it because even though we go to Memphis and we've street raced down there a lot, um, I just, with it being Sunday morning and all that, and kind of being something new, I just wanted to keep it between myself and the guys that was helping me do it, and their crews and the people that were going to come out and help them. And it went really smooth, man. It was actually really good. We had some badass racing that day, and I know the guys are wanting to do it again. So we're definitely going to try to do it again next year. So we'll do some big tire stuff next year, and we're definitely going to do some small tire stuff. I'm just going to try to spread it out a little bit, and it's something
And
really good, man, that's happened here. I mean, the other groups that race in this area, we're all, for the first time, everybody's just kind of getting along, and we can all go out there and enjoy ourselves and do what we love to do without there being any drama or anything like that. So hopefully it'll stay that way. We'll just have
yeah,
to, see how it goes.
and you did your deal at the track, top end battle, or beyond was it beyond 660?
Battle Beyond
Yeah,
660.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I got this video saved here. It's it's Heath's video. He edited it. Oh, hey Poopy. Sorry, my dog's here. Uh, I don't- I know everybody's done seen the wreck and this and that and the other, blah blah. But there's Heath was saying this one guy. I don't know who he is, but he was. Thank God you weren't using his going off his camera because this guy was always in the way. But what's your finish line guy's name?
Homer.
Just look at
Homer.
Homer's face in the slow mo. All right,
All
all right,
right.
all right. Just
He's shocked, man.
oh,
You know what, man? I had a long talk with Homer after that day, man. It really he's only been my finish line guy for just a little while, like since just this year. Uh, and I think that day was just a major learning experience for him in all areas because he got this, see firsthand that you're not just a guy standing down there with a phone, or a camera. You're the first responder,
hmm
So, um, but Homer, man, he I know he wasn't expecting that. It's probably the first time he's been, had front row seats to anything like that. So,
I know when it was banging and popping and Heath was down there, he was all like looking like, all right, am I going to go face first down here, or am I going to slide and bust my ass here? All right,
yeah,
we're going to slide and bust my ass here. And got down there and finally got but the people didn't understand. Well, you should kill the motor. Well, the kill switch was covered in mud, couldn't see it.
right.
They finally found it and got it out. And this he lived, he's alive. Blah blah blah. Everybody's an expert at everything nowadays, especially when
Oh,
they see it
yeah.
on the internet. So, but it turned out, that was I think that was the only mishap, wasn't it? For the whole
That
event?
was it. Yeah, luckily that was the only issue we had. I mean, as far as accidents go, everything else, went pretty smooth. And it's just like we talked about before. After the event, I mean, this kind of stuff happens, man, and a lot of people don't realize it until it does happen, and then you know, a lot of people want to sit there and say what they would do differently, but if you're not there, like in Homer's defense, the kill switch was up there on the tail light, and he couldn't even reach the thing, even if he would have been able to see it. So it's like, you know, but the main thing was that Curtis was okay, and the safety equipment did its job. And I've said it a bunch of times. All we can do is just prepare and be as safe as we can be. When we're out here, because it's a risk we all take when we strap in. So. But it turned out to be a good event, though, man. I was actually surprised on how many people showed up, man. I was blown away. So
did he have like 38 or?
We had 30, I think it was 36 to 37 small tire. Oh man, I want to say we had 13 or 14 big tire, and man, we had a bunch of daily driver guys show up. It was 70 plus cars. It was over 70 cars altogether. So I appreciate everybody coming out and supporting the event. And we're going to do 2 more next year. We've already got the dates locked in. It's going to be on May the 15th and 16th. And then the fall race will be on November the 6th and 7th. So.
Hold on. We got your other daddy on here too. We can do a little three-way. Get a little three-way here.
Bring him on in.
Oh,
there he is.
Wait, we got to change his logo. We got to change his logo here.
Oh man.
We got to change
Looking at some of that raw food.
There we go.
Oh man. You know what's crazy? I don't understand how these people are sitting at home, making excuses and missing out on all the no trailer action. I think that I'm gonna take a wild guess. We're gonna do how many no trailers do you think we're gonna do this season, Chris?
Well, how many are we on right now?
We're at 3, going for 4.
Going for 4, so 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
I'd say at least 12.
Okay. So if we made it 10 to make a simple math. 10. And every no trailer pays an average of $1,500 to $2,000. Are you telling me we're gonna be paying anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 cash, and these people are still staying at home talking about it's the off season? Get out of here! Get out of here! You missed out on $15,000 to $20,000. Shut up!
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Money to be made, man. Money to be made.
You gonna tell me we're not gonna pay out $20,000 this winter just having fun? Get out of here!
And that's the problem. It's fun. That's the fun. It's fun. I mean, yes, you got to travel a little bit, and usually it's Sunday mornings. But man, that's the good thing about it. I mean,
we got Christmas. We got Christmas behind us, so I already told the old lady. I said, we're gonna have to take us a trip here pretty soon.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. You go ask Chris McKnight how bad Christmas was this year. Oh, he wouldn't know because all his Christmas is paid for.
Yeah, which is what? Yeah. 4 races? Yeah. They run 4 races or something?
Yeah, and he just stuck around and had fun after that. I mean, literally, he came to Oklahoma, tried to win here, had a blast, participated in the kids' fun drive to help out the kids, went to Texas, won one. Jeepers Creepers came to Oklahoma, won one here, had a blast in Texas. Get out of here, man. Everybody says that sitting at home with all these excuses. Dude, no trailer season is popping right now, guys.
Yeah. But Richard, this picture right here.
Oh my God.
This picture here, I don't know where it is, but That's pretty good. That's a pretty good picture. Good selfie.
Whoa, man, that was Salazar 10-5
Yeah.
till I die.
It was hot that day too.
Yeah,
Woo,
with Kevin, NX Gonzo, and Leah.
yeah,
Woo-wee.
Look
Man,
at
dude.
the three media group right there. Just the three
Yeah.
media groups right there. Man, they killing it. I'm just saying,
Bro,
they killing it.
for
I was
sure.
literally killing myself. We were on fire,
Yeah,
bro.
you guys rock, man. Y'all did a hell of a job all year long. All
Uh,
of you,
I don't know how we survived, brother. I don't even know
man.
how many energy drinks I took this year. I don't know.
Man, I drank a lot of monsters, many nights.
I remember.
I don't. Matt, you remember this? I think I remember this, but it wasn't. It wasn't. Here we go.
Oh man, yeah.
Oh my God.
Tricky D's done on that one. He,
Oh man.
He was down for the count, man.
but you
Ah,
know, the funny thing is what were we at? Were we day 3 or day 4 at Texas 2K, Matt?
Yeah,
oh yeah.
And
yeah.
and
TK was bad.
I get in the car and all I see is Matt mouth open
I was taking me a power nap, man.
and I mean I'm like, man, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty good. I ain't had none of that in like 72 hours.
yeah. I stayed on my feet as long as I could, man, and then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna sit down for a minute.
I can't believe I'm gonna say this, man. But if you really are on that level of street racing and you're in the middle of summer, man, I don't know about you guys, but I treat sleep like pussy, man. It's far and few in between. So when I get it, I don't even know what to do with it. It don't gotta be pretty, but I'll take it.
I'll tell you
I'll
what.
I'll take it at IHOP. I'll take it in the car. I'll take.
Yeah, that stuff's priceless, man.
Oh my God, dude! You couldn't. You know what? If they sold sleep, I'll buy that motherfucker, dude. I would buy it.
But
I would
speaking
pay
of-
top dollar.
But you know what else is priceless?
Oh
You know what else is priceless? Is this picture right here.
my God, yeah, that was
Oh, man.
golly.
Wow.
Man, you don't. Hey, bro, let me tell you something. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know how tired I was that day.
Man.
That's some good shit right there.
Oh my
That's-
God, dude, that
that's-
was on a Wednesday. After we got done, like we did list racing on a Tuesday. That race was on the Wednesday. The rematch was on a Thursday because then they switched lanes with Bo. So Bo switched them lanes. Oh my God, bro, I
Man.
was. Oh,
Man.
Where was that at again? Was that BNR?
BNR.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Oh
BNR.
yeah,
You know, I had to look at the picture again. Yeah, that's BNR.
doing what the right lane does. You know, that's just what the right lane does.
Yeah.
Seen
here-
it, man.
Here's what Richard really does the best right here. You ready?
No, give me with it,
He's always telling Carlos, "Hey, you get this side, I'll get the other side."
bro.
Yeah.
Carlos is a badass, bro. I miss that little guy. He's in Mexico right now, like the real Mexico.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, Mexico. Carlos is a badass. You know who else is a badass right now? I want to give a big shout out to Dre. Man,
Yeah.
without getting too much into it, I've been editing this video. Golly, man, that guy has become a machine.
And the sad thing is, or not the bad thing, the people want to understand is Dre went to
Oh yeah,
number 3
yep.
and just became a father. What,
Like
the day,
Friday.
2 days before,
Yeah,
and I
that's
don't know.
dedication, man.
Yeah, he was like, man, I done said I was going to go, so I'm a man of my word, and he went.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's
he must
dedication right there.
he must have been in the delivery room. Like, man, you better get going. Dude, driver's meeting is just in a few hours. So it might be a FaceTime delivery from the start line. I don't know.
Yeah, man. That's dedication right there, dude.
Man, seriously, it's been a great year. I had a blast. Anything from, I mean, all the opportunities from, I mean, everything, every single race that we've covered from Wagner to Indian Valley to freaking Wichita Falls to H-Town Throwdown to Coffeeville to 10-5 till I die. I know I'm forgetting
Nocona.
Nocona. Yeah, man. And then
This was right here. Was the after party from Nocona.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah,
Oh, that was. Yeah, that's right. That was because there was an after party to the. Oh, yeah.
that was being up for what 36 hours, 48
Man,
hours.
you should have seen us coming back from Matt's race, dude. Coming back from Mississippi from, beyond 660 and then the Sunday service. And then we were remember trying to make that drive home? Oh, my God.
I think we drove a shift, and then finally, Richard. I think what I do my normal. Everybody thinks, oh, he covers it. I cover my face because I don't want nobody taking pictures of me like Matt, how Matt sleeps. He don't care. He has no shame. Not me.
No, bro.
I have my face blue collar tear my ass up if I do that shit.
Bro,
Man.
that was. I remember we were maybe 45 minutes outside of Oklahoma, and everybody was already. I was like, man, this is it. I gotta close the laptop, and I hadn't got no sleep either because I'm not that kind. I can't. I'm those kind of people that I can't sleep in the backseat, bro. I can't close my eyes. I feel like I don't want to wake up dead, So
I'm gonna be. I was like, man, I'm going to either it's going to happen here, or I'm going to get ran over by a car. So I think I'd rather have it happen here when I'm asleep.
Yeah. I've taken many trips, man.
Yeah, you have, Matt. Ooh, you came down here a bunch.
Man, if anybody knows about the turn and burns, it's me, man. I mean, it's not bad for the first half, because I'm still kind of amped up, from everything, and then those last 4 hours, man, are brutal. I mean, I've strategized in ways to stay awake. Like the first couple, I was solo. And it was kind of sketchy, It's kind of sketchy when you're driving by yourself. So
I'll never forget Popeye's face when he thought we were just gonna do one round and go and quit on the race. And he was at the start line with the tire crack, and we got to the second spot. I'm like, cops, and we move, and we get the third spot.
What are we gonna do? I'm like, we're finishing this motherfucker. He's like, what?
Yeah. I remember in the morning he was trying to keep it together, so he had his little phone trying to go live, and he looked at me like, "Are y'all ain't stopping, are y'all?" Like, nah, we got grudge racing coming after this, buddy. And he's just sitting there like, "Oh my God, like we're gonna go grab pizza. Are you hungry?" Man.
Yeah, man. That trip was epic too, man. Shoot, we ended up turning into a Sunday service that morning, and
it turned into it turned into everything that day. All of it.
I think 2019 has been probably, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I think probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest year for drag racing yet. I'm talking as far as like legal and illegal. 2019 has been absolutely insane. I mean, if you really look at what's happened between the 28th part 1, the 28th part 2, and all the work that the guys at Wyco Racing and Toby and all those guys have been doing with the cash days and the no trailers and the 405 grudge racing and the 405 shootouts, and then they had the Wagners and the H-Towns and the Coffeevilles and the 10-5 Till I Die and the Nakoma and Jesus Christ, bro. I mean, golly, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's always been this hardcore, and maybe I didn't know about it, and I would say that. But to my knowledge, for me right now, this has been the craziest year of my life. I mean, man.
I can agree.
And I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change nothing. Well, I would change a couple things, but
You know how many? Do you know how many beers I drank this entire year? I think I drank. I don't got time.
Not enough.
Man, I'll tell you what, dude. When the year first started, I came out there to Texas 2K with you guys.
Oh my God.
Me and the wife came out there and just had a freaking blast, And I never thought that, it would end up being like it is. Like everything that just kept rolling, and more stuff just kept popping up, and more people was, getting involved, and it turned into a epic year for sure. I mean, it's just been one event after the other.
Drag racing in general is hot right now, guys. I mean, drag racing in general right now is the hottest it's ever been. if you're involved in the drag racing community in any kind of way, whether it's media, automotive parts, part support, support, performance, if you have a track, if whatever it is, drag racing right now in general is, man, golly, it's hot. It's hot,
It's on
hot.
another
I mean,
level for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
even on the media perspective, like from my side, looking at the other people that do media, everybody's stepping up their game up. I mean, Speed Obsessed is dropping just straight fire. Hell, 13. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
NX Gonzo is hosting an event while he's filming an event while he's narrating an event. Like,
You got
golly,
it
I mean,
going on, man.
everybody's just pushing it so hard this year. I mean, this pushed it so hard this year. I mean, hell, Kyle 1320 damn near became his own channel. Like, it's not even part of the internet anymore. It just done grew into something else. I'm about to just turn on 1320 like on cable or something, man. He's on a whole nother level. It's just crazy, man. And then Chris over here, man, bro, I'm telling you,
You
like the
guys,
live,
you guys
the
leveled
Monday
up
night
too, man.
recap. The Monday night
Yeah.
recap is lit. It's a solid source of recap facts and a solid recap of information from the weekend every single time. So if you're a racer, you know what I mean. If I was racing, I would want to know what's going on. What did I miss? Who won what? You know what I mean? Who's on the
Right.
leaderboard? Who drug whose ass? And because I want to know, you know what I mean. If a car that I can keep up with got his ass handed to by another car, it kind of because that's what Corey Green Monster always told me. The biggest thing that I love about watching, 660 and Speed Obsessed and all that is that it helps me stay up to date and it helps me kind of see where I stack up against the competition and it helps me see, who's competitive right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, uh,
You guys leveled up too, man. You know,
it's been a
all
good
you.
year, man.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question real quick. So, top three favorite small tire racers for this year. Top three that put in the most work. I won't say one. So, top three racers, non-biased that you seen just completely fucking not dominate, but just put in all the work they could, whether they won or they lost. Always entered. We're always down a race. Who do you got? Chris, you go first.
Ryan Mitchell.
Whoa.
We're doing street, right? Street or track, both, don't matter. All the above.
Let's do street for now. Let's do
Street.
small street.
All right. Joe Watson for sure.
Golly, man, I'm telling you. Oh, that's hard. Look at him. Look at him. He don't know what to do now. He's like, ah.
He's getting all mine, man. It's like,
Joe Watson.
Oh,
Whoa.
it's a tough question, man, because there's been a lot of guys showing
yeah.
a lot of dedication
I'm not saying
this year.
I'm not saying it's got to be your favorite. I'm just saying who.
Michael Whitson,
Michael Whitson.
the nerd. And shit.
I think you're at 4 now, bro.
What?
Yeah, you're going for number 4. You
Okay,
already
all
said
right.
your 3.
That's it. All right.
Matt, go.
Man,
Top 3.
you know what? It's a tough question, dude, because there's so many guys that have showed a lot of dedication this year, and I'm proud of all my guys, all the guys from SSR. Them guys did really good this year. I'm gonna say Kerry Williams for one. He's he's been through hell this year. It's been a rough year for him, and even though he hasn't been out much, the times that he's come out, it's been brutal. And the guy just never quits. He never gives up.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go with my home team guy on my first pick. But I gotta say Ryan Mitchell and Cody Hoffman. Cody's been down through there this year, man. I mean, with changing the setups and bouncing right back from the other car after the accident, and just never missed a beat, man. I mean, as soon as he got the new car ready, he came right back.
Man,
And,
like he never left.
Right. So those are my 3 picks.
Ooh, man. Man, I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
What's your 3?
I mean, the man put, yeah, dude, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Mad
Oh,
respect for
man.
Joe, man. Mad respect for Joe. I mean,
That guy raced boosted GT on big tires
yeah,
for
he'll.
money. For money.
You want to
You
talk
know,
about somebody that'll race anytime, anybody, anywhere. I mean,
I had to talk Joe out of some. I had to talk
You
Joe out
got
of some
to. You
races.
got to. You got to.
Cause I
Hey
was
man.
like, Joe, oh, like as far as like, like let's just, how fast is your car? Put it over here. How big are your balls? Put it over here. But Joe, you just gotta like, you just gotta tell Joe, man, turn the gangster down. You know what I mean, dude? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
it's
It's
tough,
so.
man.
You know what makes it so hard is that I don't know every racer's struggle. I know the guys that I'm close to, but like Chris is saying right now, I don't know the struggle to these guys. I don't know the struggle to. I know Eric Mans. I know Eric Mans is in a ton of races. Part 1, part 2. The guy stays putting in work. The guy stays doing street shit all year long. So,
With the Texas
and
2K.
yeah, went to all the way to Texas 2K, and so everybody's got a, you know what I mean? From Z Unit to the Mutt, I mean, just it don't stop. And so, but because I kind of know, man, it's so hard. But okay, in no particular order at all. I think not just this year, but probably last year for sure that I could speak of. But I know for sure, Beater Bomb, Joey. Uh, it's hard to say his name because people hate this motherfucker, man. But the fact that he stays putting in work, if I had to be non-biased, Beaterbomb stays putting in work. All last year, you know, Joe, R.I.P. to Joe, but him and Joe were down here every single time. I mean, every single every Coffeeville after party, and then even this year they were down here. H-Town throwdowns, the Wagners, and we made one drive up there, man. Me and Chris made one drive up there, 10 hours just staring at nothing, straight cornfields all the way to freaking wherever the hell that was that Iowa
Yeah,
or
or Nebraska. somewhere.
Nebraska? God dang, bro! Like it was right in the border town, right of Nebraska and Iowa,
It was both. It was both.
right in the middle. But man, for sure, Joey. Um, Obviously, I mean, the guy's my neighbor, so it would be easy to just say non, but Cody for sure. Yeah, because I mean, Cody, he's always been down with that Camaro, never gave up on it till he wrecked and trashed the car into a mailbox. I was standing there, and to going into a brand new platform, switching everything over, and struggling like crazy, getting the platform competitive, and then coming out to the streets and putting in work at every single thing he could. And man, it's so hard because I just want to say Ryan Mitchell. Obviously, Ryan just wants to enter everything. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
then Michael Whitson does too. Michael Whitson put in mad work. So man, it's so hard to really narrow it down. I mean, even Billy from Ohio has been doing a lot of traveling. They were at 2K. They've been out there. For some reason, the internet loves to hate Billy and Bill and them. I guess that's what happens when when you're running your channel and your page and you're racing, and you know what I mean. It kind of puts a target on your forehead, because you're gaining a lot of publicity, and a lot of people wanna, you know what I mean. You become the car to beat, whether you're fast or slow. Everybody knows your car. They want to say, or everybody knows the truck, so on and so forth.
Right.
There's so many underdogs, man. I mean, too, like, I mean, one
Yeah.
of the ones that I'm very impressed with was Garrett Brown with the Malibu from Blue
Yeah.
Collar Street Racing. Garrett Brown, that car's completely turned around, and cars that I want to look up that I got my eye on for 2020. Caleb Montgomery and Daddy. I mean Ryan Gregg with the Top Priority.
For sure.
Nate. I've been watching all the work that 405 Nate has been doing to the Vega. And with especially with Justin McDaniel behind him, I mean, that car's gonna be fast. I mean, anything that Justin McDaniel touches, it's gonna be fast. I mean,
That
just being
Vegas
not
mean, man.
just being realistic and not biased, dude. Anything Justin touches is gonna be fast. That Vega and with Nate behind the wheel, you know, that car's gonna be fast. And there's just so many. You know, Prime has been working on the truck and always adjusting things. I've also been a big fan of all the guys over there near the Nakoma Park area, over there by the Wichita Falls area, like Buckmaster. And you know, I know they've had some issues with the LS, that doing the whole LS conversion and trying to figure out the LS on nitrous on the Love. But you know what I mean. I've always been a big fan of that truck, so I know they got a solid racing program right there. And there's just so many racers, man. There's so many different areas.
It's
I
hard
don't
to
even-
narrow it down. It's hard to narrow it down to only have to pick a certain few, because there's so many, man. Like this year, there's so many different guys that, you know, went that extra, that put in that extra effort and tried to get out there more. And you know, I've met a bunch of new guys this year, racers, you know, that I respect a lot, man. Just from being out there with them and seeing their dedication and seeing, you know, their motivation to just be out there and try to compete and still have fun, and through the good times and the rough times, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I wanna give a shout out to all of our guys that was able to travel this year. I mean, a lot of people in this area don't know this, because we've been racing a lot of the local races here and out of town this year. But it's been a rough year for our group, man. A lot of guys were down most of the year, and still trying to get their stuff going. Some guys had, you know, other issues that kept them from getting involved this year, and it was the other teammates that really stepped up this year that didn't get involved much last year. They really stepped up this year. You know, the Love team got involved a lot this year, and them guys had a really good year in the Love. And you know, Kerry Williams, man, he had a rough year, but he kept fighting and scratching and clawing, and finally, you know, got him a win. Van Burgess, man, that guy's, man, he just studies more in depth on stuff than I've ever seen anybody do, as far as trying to learn and adapt and improve. And he's had Liberty Bell, you know, on a winning streak at the no preps and on the street this year. So shout out to him. Paris, my brother, man, he's had a rough year with Truck Norris. I mean, last year all you seen was Truck Norris everywhere, and then when he changed everything, it was hard for him to get everything back to 100%. A lot of adjustments and a lot of regrouping, and he was able to get some stuff ironed out and get the truck back out there and play some this year towards the end of the year. But Woody, I mean, in the Casper truck, Doug Stafford, he's got the purple S10, man. I love these trucks, man. I hate that we lost Ruthless, but
Oh man, that hurt.
you know that hurt.
That
pretty
hurt.
bad.
That one hurt.
Yeah, but those guys
Man.
are already regrouping, man, and trying to come back hard for next year. Timber's got the blue car, and
Man.
they're doing stuff with it, but they're trying to find something else for Curtis to get back in the game with.
I love that truck, man. That
I
step
know,
side
dude.
was so sexy, man. I almost want to do a moment of silence or something, man.
I know,
You know
bro.
what? Here it is again. Watch this.
Oh man.
And you know what?
Wow.
Here's the kicker of this right here. So we're filming and we're in between rounds, blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's up on Facebook. Oh, okay, no. Go back, finish another round, and I was like, all right, we'll sit down and see what's on Facebook. 660 Street, nasty wreck at Battle Beyond 660. I'm like,
He's on it, man.
I'm
On
like,
it.
we're like a round away from that, and you've already got it up.
Oh, quick draw McGraw over here.
He's all like, what? I'm like, what? He's like, Gotta be first, man. You gotta be first.
Yeah, he was on it.
Hey, you know what they've always told me? When you're in the media world, you're either first or you're better, and I'm definitely not better, so I have to be first.
Well, the good thing
Man.
is when we get to edit some of these stuff, people don't forget about things,
Oh
And-
yeah,
so they get to relive everything again. So it's just like, say like
you still get the same.
I filmed something from a different angle, so they get to view it differently from what they've seen before. So, I've got probably 8 terabytes of video that I haven't edited. I ain't got time. I don't have time. And but
I'll tell you what,
one of these days I'll get stuff together and it'll come out.
people don't know what goes into the editing, man. And I tell you what, me and my wife started doing some editing this year, and I couldn't have done it without Richard's help, But I just me and her got a little piece of what it takes to make a video. I mean, just a fragment of what Richard has to go through, every week during the season, And so a lot of people don't realize what all goes into it. I have firsthand experienced it, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of focus, a lot of concentration and dedication just to edit video. So mad respect to everybody, not just 660 Street, but all the people that are in the race media groups that do the same thing. It's a lot of work. So we're going to keep taking what we've learned. I mean, we're going to take what we've learned and try to level up next year, and start filming some of our own stuff here. So we're just going to keep on, growing and keep getting better at it ourselves. So
my biggest thing that I would love to see people change, if I would love to see change in the drag racing, legal and illegal and street and track. One of the biggest things I would love to see people change is, man, we need to support one another. We need to support this whole movement, because if you really look at it, like drag racing in general, what is drag racing, right? Well, drag racing is a culture. You got the illegal part of it. You got the legal. It's like fighting, right? What kind of fighting is there? Well, there's MMA, there's boxing. There's all different kinds of fighting. You still get your ass kicked just the same on either one of them. It's the same way on racing. So, everybody that's in the game right now is a piece of the puzzle. I film a race, people watch the race, people share the race. Guess what? It's still fucking racing. And same thing with any other media page. They keep the culture moving forward. They keep the hype going. They keep drag racing hot. You know what I mean? That we're all in this together. So everybody's a piece of the puzzle. You know what I mean? And Chris coming over here with all his experience and everything, and I've learned so much. You couldn't write down or Google the shit that I've learned, just as far as keeping your cool, staying calm. You know what I mean? That's stuff that I didn't have in my perk book, my book of perks and stuff. I've learned so much, and so we all try to grow the sport, man. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And we're all one big community. Every time somebody wrecks, guess what? We all wreck. Somebody, loses control and hits a car somewhere in New York, I'm gonna feel it over here in Oklahoma. You know what I mean? Everybody looks at it the same way. If somebody's out there drunk and runs into the crowd, or whatever the case may be, a shooting happens at a street race in wherever. I mean, it's the same thing. You know what I mean? Now they're looking at us like we all got guns and we're all trying to shoot each other. I don't know. So we gotta do everything we can to keep the sport moving forward, to keep people try to do the best we can to have the outlook on drag racing, look positive. You know what I mean? So we can keep moving forward with the movement. And we gotta support one another, whether. You know what I mean? I mean, I try to, Kevin supports me, Speed Obsessed supports me. I mean, if it tells you anything, there are pictures on the back of our shirts, for God's sakes, because it doesn't matter, man. It's still drag racing. We're all a big family,
That's
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I mean, losing Joe this year, I don't even look at racing the same anymore. If it doesn't feel right, we don't do it. I mean, if it, you know what I mean? Try to cherish everything. Try to look at everything. appreciate everything, try to be thankful for everything. And
For
you know
sure.
what I mean? I don't even I don't even got the energy in me to beef with anyone or be upset at anyone. I don't even care, bro. Like if you don't like what I'm doing, don't come to it. I don't know. I mean,
Right.
yeah, dude, that man right there would race the shit out of everything, dude. I mean, that guy was in everything.
For sure.
Literally every single race.
Yep.
Period.
First time
I
I
don't
met him and Joey, they drove like 15 hours to come down to my first Battle Beyond 660 race. It wasn't even really nowhere near on the level that it's on right now, but him and Ryan Mitchell got together and came down here, and that was the first time I actually got to meet him in person, you know, and you know, a piece of him will be with us forever, man. You know,
yeah, that I don't think I've ever even seen that guy in a bad mood ever. I mean,
no,
literally. I don't think I've ever. You know, they were big believers in the Tire Crack 5000, even from day one. You know, like I remember, I remember the Tire Crack clearing their name, and I remember no, wait, has Beaterbomb ever jumped? Yeah, yeah. Remember Wagner when he jumped twice?
yeah.
But other than that, other
Those
than that
guys are
one,
great, man.
yeah, man. But
You know,
yeah,
but
man, that was it,
like you
man.
said, man, we are one big family. You know, it's like, you know, and I have to thank you guys, man, for helping me. And you know, earlier in the year, you know, every time I come to you guys and ask your opinion about something, and you told me, you know, hey, this is what I would do. Uh, I didn't go and ask anybody else. You know what I mean? I took what you guys told me and I just put it towards what I wanted to do. And you know, when you start putting these things into action, man, and things start falling into place and everything's going good, you know you're doing the right thing. You know, it's like there was no red flags. Everything went smooth throughout the year, and it was just an awesome journey. And I can't thank you guys, you know, James Colbert and Toby for, you know, kind of taking me under y'all's wing and kind of just showing me the roots on everything, because I've taken all of that and I've been able to put on my own events, and they've went smoothly because of it. You know, it's not because I just got. I know some of it's got luck. You know, there's going to be some that are going to be rougher than others, but um, for the most part, I use those tactics and those strategies that I learned from you guys to be able to handle different situations and get it done. And
That's exactly
you
what
know,
the racers do too. I mean, I watch Cody compare data files with other racers. I'm not gonna throw any names out there or anything, but I watch people help each other out. I watch people kind of try to make each other faster, and it's crazy, man. It's got to be the most baddest thing I've ever seen, is to see competition support one another, people help each other, media help each other, media support each other, organizers try to, you know what I mean? It just makes the sport better, you know what I mean? it,
for
it really
sure.
does. If you get that tension out of the way and we all work together, and you know, Ryan Mitchell will come down to Oklahoma, he knows he's at home. You're at home. You know what I mean? I don't care, any racer, anyone, literally. I don't any guy from New York or shitbox wants to come down. Guy shoots me a message. He's got an open door right here, place to sleep. He could store the car. I mean, it's
Right.
just, if we can, you know, just if we could just get
And
rid of that divide and all that tension and all that BS. This because if you look at it, all that BS is designed to separate us from one another.
right.
You know what I mean? That's what that's literally what bullshit is. It's just designed to separate us from one another. If we all
Yeah.
come together, you know what? Hell, we can all get down. I mean,
Right. Yeah, I mean,
we,
I had to go through some of that myself this year. I mean, there was a lot of stuff going on in our area this year where, you know, different groups were trying to do different things. And, you know, these outlaw tracks around here have just been blowing up with no
oh
permits
yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
hot.
So,
It's
you
hot.
know, I've been trying my best to kind of, you know, get all these different groups together and let's all support one another and find a way to find a happy medium where we can all get along. And, you know, we don't have to be best buds and barbecue every weekend, but when we go out there to race, let's just go race and have some fun, and you know what I mean, and everybody just enjoy what we're doing. So
Oh yeah, and
it's hard. It's hard sometimes to get certain people to see the big picture, like like some of the other people do. But at the end of the day, we're all out there just trying to enjoy what we love to do, and there's no
that,
reason why we can't support one another doing it.
oh
I
that's
mean,
right, man. And to the guys too, man. I want to throw this out there, man. If anybody's ever wanted to travel or go to an out of state race or whatever, just shoot me a message, man. I mean, it's pretty simple. If you got a car,
Me
if you
too.
got a small tire car, big tire car, and you feel that you're competitive, you want to go test the car, but don't message me to waste my time because I can smell that a mile away. Don't message me asking me dumb questions. And if you're 100% ready to go right now, like right now, hey, I got the trailer ready. What do I do next? Let's roll with it. But don't message me wasting my time or nothing because I'm not gonna bite into it, man. You know what I mean? But as far as traveling, you know, nothing says more about your area, nothing says more about your state than the amount of how much you guys travel and participate
that's right.
in other states. I would almost go as far as to say I personally respect the racer that travels more versus the racer that wins more. So if you're sitting there winning and you're undefeated, but you're undefeated in your city or your town or your state or the little 300-mile range around your little pond, then that's cool because you probably race those roads in your sleep now. But you know what I mean? But whenever you travel out of your comfort zone and you go represent somewhere completely out of your area, completely out of your region, completely out of your time zone, and you know what I mean? That right there says a lot, like Z Unit coming down here. We had a few cars from California come down here and race with us. I'm really proud of all the guys from Oklahoma. I feel like, the guys from the 405, have done a real decent, a real solid job this year of traveling and representing all over, man, from Kansas to Mississippi to hell, we go to Texas like it's down the street now. Shoot.
Yeah.
It is.
Man,
It is. Man.
yeah, I mean, before, man, fuck that. I remember my first drive to Texas, dude. I was like, man, what is that river? That's the Red River. But now, I mean, yeah, I mean, just if you guys
Well,
want to really get into the next level, man, really want to push your program and get that exposure for your program and your car that you guys are trying to make a name for yourselves and all that. Traveling is the number one way to do it, man. I mean, you call guys like the Entertainer and Cody and Prime, and you know what I mean. And there's a lot of people that I see them doing it more and more and more now. I mean, that's how you get out there. It's traveling,
for sure. For sure, man. Every time we went out of town, man, it's been an experience and a journey, and I've tried to bring as many of them with me as I can this year. It's been a rough year for our group, but I feel like next year they're going to be even more motivated
Oh
to
man.
for the guys that did come, they've got a taste of it now. And I mean, every person that I've brought up there with me, every one of them's been like, man, I can't wait to go back. So,
Oh yeah.
that's what and now there's some of these other guys that have been down this year, are going to be able to bounce back this next coming year. And we're amped up. We're pumped up about it. We can't wait to come out there and reunite with everybody.
I'm gonna tell you right now, 2020, every single weekend, I'm calling it right now. Here's my prediction for 2020. Every single weekend, there's gonna be about 3 to 4 races going on every single weekend. No, okay, there's gonna be 5 races going on every single weekend. There's gonna be 2 illegal races going on, 3 legal. No, there's gonna be about 6 races every weekend because there's gonna be one. There's
You'll
gonna be
have
one
after party. You'll have a.
Yeah, you'll have the nope. There's gonna be one no prep race somewhere. There's gonna be a street legal event somewhere. There's gonna be 2 Mexico illegal races somewhere. There's gonna be. I mean, that's gonna be every single weekend. So if you're a promoter, bless your heart, man. I mean, it's gonna be crazy, like 2020. Like this is gonna be.
It's gonna be lit, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be insane, bro. It's gonna be insane. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I told all the guys, man. We had us a little get together, a little meeting here recently, and I told all of them, I was like, look, please just guys be patient and pick and choose where you want to go next year, because our calendar is already stacked. I mean, we've got at least 1 to 2 races already scheduled every month throughout the whole year. And, you know, I mean, I don't know what y'all ones everybody's going to commit to yet, but they're on the calendar. So it's
Yeah,
like,
I talked to a few of the racers, man. I talked to a few of the racers, and they're scared to commit because there's so
Yeah.
much.
I know.
You know what I
man.
mean? There's so much going on. That's why. You know what? Let me go ahead and say it again. That's exactly why I'm enjoying the shit out of no trailer racing right now. Because there ain't
We'll be
nothing going on right now.
We'll be somewhere enjoying ourselves.
It don't matter.
Yes.
Every single weekend, we're paying $1,500 to $2,000. We're gonna do 10 to 12 races. We're gonna pay anywhere from $1,500 to $20,000 this winter. I think we already paid like, damn. I think we've done 3 of them. We paid like about $6,000, right around $5,500 to $6,000 in just 3 events. So I mean,
we're not
if
setting the world on fire. We're not street outlaw money or anything like that. But it's fun money. It's fun.
Yeah, man. I mean, if your car can drive, anywhere from 25 to 35 to 40. I mean, sometimes you might. I mean, it almost turned into
almost 60 mile.
It could have been a 60 mile. It could have been 60 mile real quick, man. I mean, it was 30 miles one way. So if your car doesn't need a trailer and you can make the drive and you don't need these crazy cool downs in between rounds and you think you can hang, man, shoot us a message, because right now it's getting stupid. I mean, it's getting always no trailer season will start off with 6 to 8 on the first one, and then you're gonna have 10 to 12 on the second one, and then the third one, then you start getting 14 to 16, and right, you know what I mean, right around and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
I'm trying to talk Kerry Williams into figuring out a way where we can just put a drum of alcohol in the back of the truck and bring Big Hoss out there.
I seen them at this last one. I saw people doing a air, kind of like a mobile fill up, and the guy kind of hopped over like some Fast and the Furious, some Fast and the Furious shit, with the hose right into the tank, and the other dude we were going down the highway. I'm just like, damn.
That's what he told me. He said, man, we're going to have to figure out a way to just fuel on the go and do it like these fighter jets do or something, man.
Oh, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Because the thing's just going to drink so much fuel. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that the truck could make the drive and stay cool and all that. It runs on alcohol. But
you can
like I told him, I said, you seen Ryan Mitchell last year with the jugs strapped across the wing. I mean, hey.
There is no rule about stopping and filling up. I mean, there is no rule.
Right.
If you got to stop and top it off and then just get right back on the road, get your ass over there before that car to your, you know what I mean? Like if you got second round, if you drew second round, you're like, crap. Okay, well, somebody's got to pull up, do a burnout, back up and do a race. I've had it. I had it last year where Cody had some electrical issues, and I told him, I was like, Cody, you got until that car pulls up next to you. And Cody had second round. Burnout happened in the race, and that other car's pulling up to the start line. Cody never got to cool down. He had to pull straight up to the race spot, literally do the burnout, back up, and do his race.
Damn.
You know what I mean? That was at FedEx, and yeah.
That's why I ain't got nothing but respect for these no trailer guys, because they're facing the ultimate challenge.
Well, Cody, Cody and Shop Truck, Cody got there. He never got to cool down. He ran his race. And then Shop Truck won. So Shop Truck had to win his race, go around the block, pull up to the start line, and race Cody for the finals.
Damn.
Yeah.
I know Mr. Ricky wants to come out there, so as soon as he gets his car fixed, we're going to try to bring the Doc Holliday Corvette out there. I think it'd be a perfect race for him. And,
you know who I want to see get out more on the streets. I want to see I'm excited to see like Red Savage, man. I would like to see Red Savage. I want to see how Red Savage will stack up at one of these 28s part 3 race or something like that, and see how the truck stacks up. Because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm pretty impressed with how well Justin adapted to the streets. I mean, I saw his pass he made over there, 10-5 till I die, part 1. That was a pretty good lick. I mean, for just
sure.
virgin concrete, yeah.
Yeah, that was another thing that we did in the cold. That was
Oh man, Joplin, bro. Golly. God,
That
my
was-
God.
for it being as cold as it was and being out in the middle of BFE, I can't believe we had that many cars show up.
Man,
Yeah.
dude, that was the last major race of the year.
For sure.
As
was
far
an
as like
epic one.
street. I mean, how many cars did we have? I don't even remember.
Was it 20 or 22 or something like that?
It was over. I want to say it was a little over 20,
Yeah,
or right at
Man.
20. I can't remember.
and we knocked it out pretty quickly. I mean,
One spot
after-
never
after-
moved.
after we got everybody situated, which, god dang, that's the part that kills me is trying to get everybody situated and parked and then bring it up to the line. And usually by that time, the cops are already there. So
That's
But,
that's like no trailer first round, bro. Every time we go first round, no trailer. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm sweating fucking bullets, man. I'm just like, oh my God.
22.
yeah,
22 cars, man. 22 badass.
For sure, man. Everyone that was there was when legit just, badasses to be able to come out there in that kind of environment and lay down some hits. I mean, it was the ultimate challenge. It's like when me and Cheyenne pulled up on the spot, we were following Chris and Heath, and I was like, well, we got to be lost. We're turning around. I was like, no, this is the spot. He was like, what? I was like, yeah, they're going to do it right here.
And
So,
then you said,
I
you
was
saw,
like,
you saw Richard walk up there and hand you the Tire Crack 5000. I was like, right
He's
here,
like,
buddy. Said it right
let's-
here.
let's get it. It's like, oh, okay, let's do this thing. It's like saddle up, boys. Let's get it done.
Like right here. You look down. You look at me like I was stupid. Like right here, buddy. Right here. You want it like right here.
Yeah.
I'm not
you guys surprised me with that one. I was like,
Yeah, man. You're like,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
hey, you take that as a surprise. You should have seen next round spot 2. You would have
Oh,
been.
man.
You would have been. When we go back
Man.
to spot 1,
Man, I'm telling you, they've given me that look whenever we did that no trailer. Remember that no trailer? We went to that virgin spot out. Like I just turned right. Everybody follow me, and I'm like, here we go, guys. We're here. Y'all like, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
We got like 3 races off, and the cops were all over us. We had to leave quick, but man, it was. I was like, whatever, man. I'm desperate. Let's get something going.
Yeah. I got them guys good last year when I did my first cash days. We did it down in Mississippi last fall, and some of those Arkansas guys came over to party with us, and man, that spot was way out in the middle of nowhere, but it was rough driving in, and everybody was coming up to me. Once we got in there, it was a decent, really good spot, but on the way there, it was looking sketchy, like it always has. And I had a bunch of guys come up to me like, dude, we were getting worried. We didn't know where you were taking us. I was like, man, this place is out here, but that was a really good spot.
That was like that spot over there with James in Arkansas, man. I didn't know what the hell was going on to that spot, man.
Richard bought a clip just for that spot. Whenever we go back.
Dude, I got something now. I'm out there looking like a damn refugee rebel now, bro. You ain't gonna, that strap ain't for the camera.
Didn't you guys go through town just to see what it
Oh
was
yeah,
like?
bro.
It was either go through town and save yourself 10 minutes or go around. It was like,
it was 45 minutes for us, man. I was like,
yeah, we're gonna go through town. And then Richard gets lost. I'm like,
yeah, man. Yeah, because we went right at the fork. That's exactly what he said not to do.
Yeah, he said, don't make whatever you do, don't make a right at the fork. And we're at the fork. I was like, there goes Richard.
Oh yeah, man. I gotta get off of here, man. But the last thing I'm gonna say is that the body needs 8 hours of rest. Big Bird, we ride at dawn. I laughed way too hard at that. Like I should have
True,
not.
isn't it?
I should have not laughed as hard as I did at a stupid meme, but I felt that shit in my soul, like
Hey,
in my
that
very
was
DNA.
that was us at 2K this year when we went to lick that one road, and I'm driving
Yeah.
along like this, and look
Yeah.
at Richard's like, what happened? I was like, that's not right.
Yeah,
Like,
that was.
I'm good. I'm driving.
Time to ride. We were eating Bucky's. We were eating Bucky's cookies just to stay awake, man. Just cramming them in, trying to get
Oh
that fuel
yeah.
in.
Whenever the cops came and we're like, man, thank God, dude, I was about to eat my fingers. And,
Yeah.
like we were actually happy the cops were there because we needed a break, bro. Like the women needed to use the bathroom, we needed water. Yeah.
Good times, man.
Well, guys, I'm sure I'll see y'all. Oh yeah, and somebody's birthday's coming up.
Oh no.
It's gonna be a party, man.
Yeah.
I'm old, bro. I don't party. I just edit videos.
Well, I'll be up at your hood next tomorrow. I got to drop some cars off and pick some cars up.
Roll through.
I gotta be in your neck of the woods at 8:00 in the morning.
Jesus.
Well,
y'all have a good one, man.
I'll see you guys soon, man. Me and the wife are already planning us a little weekend getaway. We're gonna come out there. So,
Tempo.
All right, bro.
Appreciate you.
All right, brother. See you later, man.
Good night.
Oh, you too.
There you have, people. The end of the year recap. Man, that's been fun. It's been a blast. Like to first and foremost thank our sponsor, Trick Turbo. He's a sponsor to the last quarter here. Man, he's a custom fab guy. Makes manifolds, turbos for your trucks. He's done the Entertainer. He's done quite a few other cars and stuff. And man, y'all go like his page, and if you need anything turbo wise, I'm sure he can hook you up or point you in the right direction. And it's been a good year. It's been a good year for us. I think this is pretty much my I think 20 plus years of doing this stuff, and man, it's been fun. It's still fun. It's still fun to this day. You know, back in the day we used big tire stuff, and then the big tire stuff kind of died away. Everybody went to small tires, and small tires is where it's been at for the last 6-7 years now. So we're all having fun. We're still getting fun. I'd like to say rest in peace, Joe. We miss you, brother. I'll end up with there. Y'all have a good night.